me use something else here. str of 5. Okay. And I want to initialize here. I want to initialize as is it allowed? I have first, let us go with the other part here. Okay, let's go step by step. Let me have 20. Now, tell me, is it now allowed? Yes or no? Anybody says no? Anyone says no? Don't hesitate. Now, what is going to happen here? str, a string will be declared. What is the size we have declared here? 20. So let us say in the memory, what it is going to happen from, let's say 0, 1, and we will be having how many total blocks? Now, are they 20? Okay. Now, when I say character str 20 means a character array of size 20 will be allocated in the memory, and the name will be given as str. And below here you can see the index values. Okay. Now, when I say this, write hello world, what it is going to happen? First position, what character will be stored? H. Then E, L, L, O. Next, space. The next character here, fifth position index value, it is going to store it as a space itself. And then next, W, O. Now, 11th character at the index value 11. Now, what it is going to store? Null character. Very good. It is going to store null character. We have defined an array here, character array or a string of a 20 size. But the initialization is done not for the 20, but the lesser size. In that case, the compiler will add a null character after the last valid character. Last valid character is D. After D, it is going to add a null character. And all these remaining blocks, depending upon the compiler, it will either allocate few more null values or a garbage values. Depending upon the compiler, it will happen. So we will say usually that it will allocate all these remaining cells or the memory blocks with the garbage values. When we print this str, what it is going to do, it will start printing or accessing individual characters from first index, that is 0th index, until it encounters a particular index whose value is null. So it checks here, 0th index, is it a null? No. So it prints this. Next, it forwards to the next character. Is it containing a null? No. So it will print this. So in this way, it keeps on printing. At this particular position, index value 5, it will check the content. Is it a null here? No, it is not a null here. Then it is a space. It prints the space and it further proceeds printing all other characters. And when it reaches the index value 11, it checks again character. Is it a null? Yes, it is a null. So it stops reading the further blocks. Only it reads and it prints all these characters. Okay, that is what's going to happen when we write a program in this way. Let us check it out quickly here. Go to the program. Now, strings. Let me remove all these things. Okay. Now, character. Okay, then write it as str of say 20 and initialize as hello world. Okay. Then print it. Printing can be done in any of the methods. I'm just using the printf percentage yes, then comma str. Then compile and then run. We can see only hello world is printed. You can see here, this is not printing a new line character. It is not printing a new line character. Instead of this, if I use a the put s here, I will comment this and I will use put s. put S, and if I pass str, you can see the difference here. Hello world, and this press enter key is taken onto the new line. Understood? Okay, now this is one scenario. The other scenario could be, say, I'm declaring a character here, array. Copy this one, put it here. Let me change the size. I'm making the size as only 5. Now, what is going to happen now? It will only print the value of size 5. Okay, now let us check what is it is going to do here. 5. Let me make use of the printf first. Okay, and let me add a /n as well for reference. Compile. Look at the compile after compilation. What it says? It is giving an warning. It says that initializer string for array of characters is too long. Means the initialization for whatever I have done for this character array, it is too big than what it can store. It is not error, it is warning. Means we can execute the program here. Now, when I execute the program, what is happening? Hello is printed. After that, what you can see? Square boxes, right? These are garbage values. Sometimes we can see the content or we can't see the content. It will be like a square boxes. It is just printing now hello here. Understood? Is that clear? So the learning from this is that whenever we make use of a character arrays, the size always we have to keep one extra than actual content. Minimum is that one extra than the actual content. Why one extra? We want to store /0, that is null character. Followed? Any doubts? So from this concept, definition done, declaration, initialization done, input output operations all are done. Now we will move on to the next concept, string library functions. Pay attention, this is important again. Library functions. Library functions means, where have you come across with library functions previously? Maths function, mathematical functions, library functions, right? There are certain library functions which are for the strings, means we can manipulate the strings. What type of library functions? First one, you can see strlen. How to read this one? String length. Len stands for string length. Let us go one by one here. This is string length. What it does? It provides, or you can say it returns length of the given string. It provides length of the given string. Length of the given string means what? In this example, tell me what is the length of string? 20. I'm asking length of the string. Okay, let us see here. Let us run the program and then I will explain you what is difference between length of the string and size of the string. Okay, now another point, all these library functions are placed in one of the header file called as string.h. There is a library header file called as string.h. In this particular header file, these functions are present. If we want to make use of these functions, then we have to include string.h header file. Okay, let us include the header file in this program, like hash include string.h header file. Now I have declared a string str of size 20 and I have initialized with hello world. Now, as I said, this particular strlen function returns length. Now tell me, what is the data type of the length? What it could be? Integer, right? So we may require one variable of the integer data type. Let me call it as int len. Okay, I'm just using one particular variable. Okay, then len equals to, I want to calculate the length of this particular string. Then str, sorry, here strlen is the function and it takes one parameter, and that parameter is name of the string. In this case, name of the string is what? Str. Don't confuse that this str and this str, there is no relation. This is strlen is the name of the function and the string variable what I'm using here is str. Okay, now I want to know what is this particular value L is having, right? To do that one, I will just use the printf statement and I will write here as the length of string equals to %d, and here I will space len. Okay, and I will run the program here. Compile, no warnings, no errors, run the program. Now it says length of the string is 11. You have answered me as 20. Now, who can tell me how it is 11? It is length is actual content of the string value. Even though I have declared it to be of a 20 size, but I am allocating how many characters? 11 characters. How the 11? This 5 and this 5. Space. There is one more space, that is as the one more. Now what if I give one more space here after D? Hello space word space. Now tell me what will be the length now? 12 or 11? 11. 12. Right? What is happening here? Now, as I said, if you remember earlier in the previous class, what I told, before double quote, whatever the character is there, after that it places a null character. So before double quote, what we have? Space. Space is considered as now valid here. So space will be treated as one more character. If I add one more space here, 13. Correct? Understood? Now, what is this length? Does now strlen is a library function of string. What it calculates? It calculates the total number of characters present inside or initialized inside the string variable. Or in simple, you can say it calculates length of the given string. Length of the given string. Understood? Yes, the syntax is what? strlen, and it takes how many parameters? How many parameters? One parameter. It takes one parameter, right? And it returns integer value. Is it so? Is it returning an integer value? Yes. Move on to the next one. That is str. Let me write here. It is as the string length. Okay. Then strcat. Strcat means string concatenation. String concatenation. Have you heard any time concatenation? Have you come across with this word? What it means? Merging. Okay. Anybody else? Now, you said merging. Say if there is, assume that if there is one string str1 as say hello, okay, then there is another string str2 as world. If there are two strings and we want to join these two strings, that is, I want to join hello as well as world together, right? Then the corresponding function associated with the strings is called as string cat, strcat. Strcat, what it does? It concatenates two strings. Concatenation means joining two strings. It could be two strings or it could be two numbers or whatever. If you want to join two datas, in case of the strings, we call them to be a strings. Joining two datas or two strings. Joining in the sense, we want to make it look like hello world. Then we make use of strcat. Okay, the syntax for this is it takes two arguments or two parameters. Why two parameters? It has to join two of them. So look into the example here. Now let me call it as str1. Let's say it is as hello. Okay, then I will declare one more character array str2. Let's say again a size as 20, and here I'm writing world. So now there are two. Let me comment these lines. These are not required. There are two strings now. These two strings I want to concatenate. Concatenate means merge both the strings or add both the strings values. Then the corresponding function is strcat, string concatenate. It takes two parameters. First one is the first string. What is the name of the first string? str1, comma, second string str2. Okay, then after concatenation, what it will do? It has to assign it to a one more string. Yes or no? So by default, what it will do is that we need to have one more string. Say we can have, let's declare it character str of say 40. I will provide here. Then str equal to strcat and first and second. Now, if I want to print it, printf concatenated, string equal to %s/n. Then what should I write here? str. What happened? Line number 9, expected, comma or a before character. Line number 9. Here semicolon is missing. Compile. Error. Assignment to an expression with an array type. Let us assign it directly here. Check it out. Invalid initializer. Assignment of an expression with array type. Let us do the other alternative way. There is one other alternative way. Let me try it out. I can take this and I can place it directly here. What I have done, directly in the printf statement, I am writing the function here, strcat. I know that this strcat is going to return what? A string value. So %s here. Okay. What it is going to do? It is going to concatenate, that is first string with the second string, and append it to the end of this. Now, when you look at here, hello and world. There is no space here. Why there is no space? Because in the string 1 or in the string 2, I have not given any spaces here. Now suppose if I give a space here like hello and then space, then double quote, then we will see hello what followed